this formation of the government does seem to be lost. That's why I don't see the stability of the government for long. So, any day any new change can take place.
Hello, you're watching People's Dispatch, and today we're honored to be joined by a very special guest, Madhav Kumar Nepal, the former Prime Minister of Nepal, the chairman of the Communist Party of Nepal, Unified Socialist, a leading voice in South Asia of the left, someone who's taken a very strong stand against imperialism, against right-wing politics. And we're having this discussion at an important time. Elections took place in Nepal a while ago. The elections were marked by the rise of independent populist parties, of right-wing parties as well, which have a very different agenda in a country where the left has been traditionally strong. So thank you so much for joining us, and maybe could you first take us through this recent electoral phenomenon? How did these parties, these populist parties, these right-wing parties, how do they emerge in Nepal where the left is so strong? What are the kind of risks they pose to society, and how does the left plan to combat them?
Yeah, due to the wrong tendencies inside the communist leadership, the Communist Party has split, and the Communist Party, who has got almost two-thirds in 2017 election, could not maintain the unity and continue the government, and they could not use that opportunity to win the hearts and minds of the people. It has not done good work among the people. They have not done any such socio-economic, cultural transformative steps which will have very positive impact on the people, and the Communist Party's popularity could not increase. The same was true about the old traditional liberal bourgeoisie party. You know that in 1940s, it means 1949 period, two political parties emerged. One was the Nepali Congress Party under the leadership of BP Koirala. Another was Communist Party of Nepal under the leadership of Pushpalal. And you know that communist, because at that time parties were banned, leaders were exiled. So Pushpalal has formed that party in Sham Bazar of Calcutta on April 22, 1949. So that very party and the Nepali Congress, which has been playing very important role in the whole process of transformation here, political transformation here, whether whether it was in 1950 revolution or in 1990 movement or in 2006 revolution. These were three major popular movements launched by the political parties here, where the role of the Communist Party and the Congress Party was main and vital. But after overthrowing the monarchical system or feudal system, these parties which got the responsibility to run the nation, people trusted them, they could not really done as per the wish of the people. Though in 1994-95 period, when at the time, the then party, the Communist Party of Nepal, UEML, I was the General Secretary of that party, and chairman was Comrade Manmohan Adhikari. This party became the largest party in the parliament. Being the largest, but not in the majority, we formed the government has taken such a policies which has a far-reaching impact on the people. And still the people remember about those policies which were taken at that time. The policies, among those policies I will mention, number one, build your village yourself campaign, and out of all 205 constituencies, 9 yes campaign. It means 9 yes. In Nepali it is Sha, no Sha, 9 Sha. Sha means Shiksha, education. Sha means Swasth, health. Sha means Sadak, road. Sha means Sichai, irrigation. Sha means Shaghanvan, intense, dense forest. It means environment. And Sha means Shana Tatha Gharelu Udyog, small and cottage industries. So all the Sha, 9 yes, we call it. So campaign was launched at that time for each of the constituency, no discrimination. And the third was a special allowance for the age old people, people over 70 years of old. This is the first time that a party has taken care of old age people. So the popularity of the party was became much wide, and at the same time we have distributed land to the landless for 60,000 people within 9 months of period. We call it Sukumbasi Samasya, landless people. So all apart from this, many other issues were there, but the main points were this. And later on, in 2009 to 11, I was the Prime Minister. I also launched such a popular program which is called Janta Awas Karyakram, People's Housing Program, for all those people who have no houses. And this became so popular that people have a respect for and attraction for the Communist parties. Number two, major infrastructure development program was launched here. As for example, the international airport, which is still not been constructed in Nijgarh, in the plain areas, and the connecting road to the Tarai to Kathmandu Valley, that is fast track road. At the same time, the we call it Hulaki Highway, postal highway in plain areas, mid hill highway. So all these programs were launched and moved forward during my period when I was the Prime Minister. So these were the work we have done. So we are proud of that thing. But we were not able to propagate it properly and to give the message to the people. And then because because political instability, different parties in power, more corruption, corrupt practices, slow delivery, not good work. So all these things have created a frustration among the investors. And the politics became a word dirty, politics. So politics was not a thing for which we should feel proud. And at the same time, the traditional parties have become more critical in the minds of the younger people. So looking at all these things, because of the lack of employment here, economic serious crisis here, people have to leave the country, go abroad for work, and there also they have to suffer. So all these people have things have a negative impact on the mind of the people. So these new people use that, and a slogan of populism, populist slogan was given by them, and a section of the population were attracted to them. So that is the reason that the traditional parties' vote has decreased. and few parties emerged. And in the traditional parties, these two parties, Communist parties and the Congress parties, not only Congress and Communist, but also Madhesh-based parties, which were strong at that time in the election, earlier election, they also lost the election, lose the popular support. It means those parties apart from the RPP, it means the pro-monarchical party, National Democratic Party, Rashtriya Prajatantra Party. So this party, which is monarchical party, who want to establish monarchy here, to bring back the monarchy again here, and at the same time advocating about Hindu state. So they are taking the Hindu re, religious fundamentalist policies. So this party has gained more. And this the extreme right deviationist party is a big danger before the Nepalese politics. So we have to be very careful about this one. And the number of their seat has increased, and the popular vote they have got also increased. So it is a sign of danger. Dangerous sign is this. Regarding independence, National Independent
RSP.
Party, Nepal Swatantra Party, NIP. You can see NIP. This party has, used that populist slogan and gained 20 seats now and some popular seats. But after the formation, that there was a new coalition at that time after the KP Wali government was collapsed, and new coalition was there together with us, where Maoist party, our party and Congress were together. But after the election result, the debate centered on who should be the Prime Minister. Nepali Congress, they have increased their seat, not the popular support, increased the seat because of our support. They thought that they became more strong, and some, the wrong tendency emerged in their rank and file, that they should overlook others, undermine others, and they did not take care of the sentiment of other parties. That's why Mr. Prachanda was being used by, Prachanda was asking for the Prime Minister in the first term.
Yes. First part of the term.
First term of the 5 year. And Mr. Deva was insisting on he should be the Prime Minister in the first term. Okay, they were ready to share power among the three leaders, Siraj Deva, me, and Prachanda. But Prachanda was so eager to be, and for this he talked with Deva, and Deva has accepted that one. At one time he accepted, later on he declined. Why this happened? Because a big play was there inside. Manipulative steps were taken by CPN UML, luring Deva that they will support him, and luring Prachanda that they will support them. Then in this game, Mr. Wali became successful, old coalition collapsed, and then new coalition took place. And this new coalition, after the formation of the new coalition, one thing was there, that the people's eyes were open now, are opening now. Their feelings towards the new parties, which were very positive earlier, now going to be negative. Because their power-hungry attitude, their undermining the norms and values, the morality was no more there. even worse than the traditional political parties, is really gradually opening the eyes of the people. That is one thing. But at the same time, we have to be very careful about these rightist forces who raise the slogan, yeah, issues in the parliament, that they want again monarchy be re-established and Nepal be declared a Hindu state. So it became a very debatable issue in the parliament, that the constitution does not allow that, because we were fighting for the protection of the constitution. So we want to defend the constitution, and this constitution was framed after a long sacrifice, after long struggle. Almost 60 years of long struggle was for the Constituent Assembly and to draft a new constitution, and people got the chance. And there were two Constituent Assembly election. The first term it was not been successful. The second election, after the second election of the Constituent Assembly, we were able to draft it and promulgate it in 2015. So from 2015 up to now, almost 7 years have passed. So in this, during this 7 years of period, when there was very good opportunity for the political parties to implement the spirit of the constitution, the provisions of the constitution, because there are many such issues in the constitution which is very good, giving the people all the rights for the education, health, employment and all these things, and strict regarding corruption and all these things, quick service for the people as well. But despite of that, due to the individualistic and corrupt tendencies among the political leaders and short-sightedness of the leaders, we were not able to run the nation properly. So this thing was being used by new forces. So now before us a big challenge is there from the extreme rightist forces, and we have to be very careful about that one, expose their design, make the people aware, and we are now thinking about just playing such a role where all those political forces who played a key role for the movement, for the political transformation, for the revolution, and also for the framing of the new constitution. Number two, this formation of the government does seem to be lost. There is many problems inside that one. That's why I don't see the stability of the government for long. So any day, any new change can take place. We are not in a hurry, because we have in our mind how to move forward for the benefit of the people, protection of the Nepalese interest, Nepal's interest. So nation first and the people first. That should be the policy each of the party and leaders should take. So our party, regarding our party, who have got 10 seats in the parliament, and because of some weaknesses on our part, we could not get more seats as we were expecting. Despite that, we are a strong force in the Nepalese politics, a long history of struggle behind us and good experiences with us. People's affection for us is so strong for us, and they have big expectation from us. So our party central committee is thinking about formation of the organization in each of the provinces, districts and municipalities, mobilization of the party cadres, giving trainings to the party cadres, political ideological education for them, clear orientation for them, having clear class stand, so that they will be real revolutionary communists, real transformative communists who will fight against all sorts of status quo, all sorts of, you know, uh, the problems in the politics, wrong things in the politics and in the society. That's why we will play such a constructive, positive, and revolutionary role in the days to come.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for talking to us. For, as always, your crystal clear explanation of both the history, the current conjecture, and I think the future path of the left, which you talked about, and how you're going to go about it. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's all we have time for today. Keep watching People's Dispatch.